Look at that. I cannot put that on my face. Whoa, look at that fallout. Whew. I love that shade. Ooh, yes. It's so pigmented. Hello everyone, it's Melissa here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm really excited because I am playing with the entire Murumuru Butter Collection from Physicians Formula. I was looking for the bronzer online and I ended up getting the whole collection. Oops. But for $40, you get the entire collection. So instead of spending $10 to just get the bronzer, I just got the whole thing. This comes with every single bronzer, blush, highlighter, and eyeshadow and lip color from their butter collection. And this whole thing smells just like coconut. It smells so good. I really love the scent that they chose. It's pink, it's really cute, it's a little bit plasticky, but it's very sturdy. It's quite heavy actually. So I'm gonna be playing with this. I did a very colorful eye look in all jewel tones. As you can see, I got some blue, purple, and some green on my lower lash line. Then I used a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter, all from the palette. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm gonna start with eyes, and I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape as an eyeshadow base. I'm using the color medium, and I'm just gonna apply some on my eyelids and then just blend it with my ring finger. Now when I prime my eyes, I like to bring the primer or the concealer or whatever I'm using for primer all the way up here to the bridge of my nose. This is when I do my eyeshadow first before foundation. And the reason I'm doing my eyeshadow before my foundation is because I haven't used these eyeshadows and I don't know if they're gonna have a lot of fallout. So I'm just preparing myself for the worst possible scenario of having to wipe off my entire base. Just a tiny bit here. And also the reason that I like to do this is because I'm probably gonna come with my eyeshadow all the way down here, and then if I didn't prime and then I go on with my foundation on top of it, I don't want to have to cover it. So at least there's already some kind of coverage on the bridge of my nose so that I can go on with my eyeshadow without fear of having to cover it with concealer. So I think I'm gonna start safe, and I'm gonna go in with a little crease brush and this transition color right here. Okay, it does have a lot of fallout. Starting from the outer corner and bringing it in. Wow, it's extremely pigmented already. And that's really dark. It doesn't look that, oh yeah, it's kind of dark actually. So it's not very much a transition color for me. It's more like a deep brown. Okay, so I'm going in with a little bit more and just focusing it on the outer corner. Bringing it in just a little bit. So I'm packing the color on the outer corner and then just pulling my brush inwards just to blend it out a little bit. So far, no fallout. Okay, then on top of that, I'm gonna go with a little bit more of the orange color. So I'm gonna use this one. Just gonna tap it lightly, take off the excess, and I'm gonna go above the brown. So I'm bringing it all the way up to where my eyebrow begins, and then bringing it down towards the bridge of my nose. And then to blend that a little bit more, I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and I'm gonna go in with this nude color, Barefoot in Brazil. I think that's the name of this shadow, Barefoot in Brazil. I hope I'm reading them right because it comes in some kind of order, but I don't know. So I'm taking the nude color and I'm gonna just blend it above, almost touching my brow bone, and just to make sure the colors blend seamlessly. I'm gonna go in with the blue. So I'm gonna take this blue and I'm gonna take it with my finger. It looks pigmented. I'm going to apply it on the third, like on this little bit. I mean, I'm gonna start applying it there, but I'm probably gonna go a little bit crazier with it. So this is the second coat. There's really no fallout so far. So I've gone back in with the shadow like 4 times. I'm just packing it in. It looks good, but it would look so much better with a blue base underneath. I think it would pop a lot more. Or with a black base, that would look nice. So I'm gonna do the same in the other eye. Okay, now I want to go in with the purple peer pressure. I'm also going to take it with my finger and I'm going to apply it right next to the blue all the way into the inner corner. This feels really, really creamy. And I'm bringing the shade right into the edge of the blue just to help blend the two together. Oh, that purple one definitely had some fallout, but it's nothing that I can't cover with my concealer. Nothing major. So I'm gonna go in once again with the purple because I want to see if I can get it to be more intense. Okay, and then with the same finger, I'm just gonna go over the blue again, and I'm just gonna go over the line, blending the two and trying to intensify the blue. I'm not too impressed. They're very creamy though and very pigmented. I'm more impressed by the matte so far than the shimmers. Now I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush and I'm gonna take the deepest color that comes here, After Dark. I don't know if it's black or like a really dark gray. It has a lot of fallout. I think it's black. Oh wow, it's very black. No, I don't want to use that anymore. Yeah, it's very black. No, change of plans. I'm not going to use that. I know it's going to have a lot of fallout, but I already applied my skincare. So I don't want to have to wipe my whole face off. So instead of that, I'm going to go in with a dark brown. So we used this one before in the crease. I'm going to go in with this one, which is Coco Loco. Okay, this one seems to have less fallout than the other ones. Yeah, this is definitely a lot less creamy. Let's swatch it. It's so pigmented. Wow, pleasantly surprised. So I'm just gonna apply it very lightly on my crease, trying to deepen the crease and also blend the blue. Oh well, I'm gonna bring it all the way down, I guess, all around the crease. I went back in with a little bit of the orange just to blend the edge of the brown that I just applied. And I'm blending a little bit the purple as well. I mean, you can definitely tell that there's color, but it's not as intense. It's a safe way to get into color, I would say. I'm gonna go in with the lightest color, which is this one right here, White Sands. I'm gonna apply some gel liner and then I'm gonna move on to the face. The gel liner I'm gonna be using is the Maybelline gel liner, and I'm just gonna do a very simple wing. Okay, my eyeliner is done. I did a small wing and now I'm going to move on to face. For my face primer, I'm going to be using the Mehron Velvet Finish Primer Serum. Just the one pump. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible for my foundation. I'm in the color 200 Golden Sand. For concealer, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium. I want to have a little bit of cream contour, so I'm going to be using this concealer palette from Mehron, and I'm going to use this shade just a little bit, just to get a little bit of the contour. I'm going to do the same for my forehead, just a couple dots of concealer, and I'm going to do the same on my jawline, just a little bit. So my jawline I'm going to blend with my foundation brush, and my forehead I'm going to do with my sponge. To set my foundation in place, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Okay, I want to finish the eyes before we move on to the rest of my face. So I'm going to finish my lower lash line, then I'm going to do eyebrows, and then at the end I'm going to do powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So for my lower lash line, I want to try the green eyeshadow, but I want to apply first this green eyeliner all under my lower lash line, and I'm going to see if we can make that eyeshadow pop really, really bright. I'm gonna apply it on my lower lash line and on my waterline. Okay, before it dries out, I'm gonna use a pencil brush, just blend it out a little bit. And now I'm gonna take this green just with my brush. Okay, and now I need to blend that out and bring some warmth to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with a mix of the orange one that I used before and this lighter brown, just going back and forth in between those two. Tap off the excess. I'm gonna take my pencil brush again and go in with the first color and just apply it right underneath the green. For my inner corner highlight, I want to use this shade right here, Coconut Kiss. I'm gonna take Coconut Kiss and gonna apply it in the inner corner with a small brush. Wow, this shade's so good. Wow, it looks so good. I love that shade. Ooh, yes. Okay, now I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply mascara, and I think I'm gonna do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. I put on my mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic Waterproof Mascara, in case you're wondering. And now I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use this big fluffy brush because I don't want to do a lot of contour. I just want a slight bronze. I'm looking at them and they all seem to be shimmery except for this one. I don't know exactly which one's the original bronzer. I think this is the original bronzer, so I'm gonna go in with that. It just says bronzer, so I'm gonna do a light sweep of this. I don't even know if this is gonna bronze because it's not too dark. It's quite light for me. It's a bit lighter than Hoola Bronzer, which is what I normally use. I'm gonna go in again with it and do my forehead. Okay, now we're gonna go in with blush. I really like this bottom one. It's the one called Rouge Vintage. So for that, I'm gonna take this blush brush from Real Techniques. This is not matte. Whoa, look at that fallout. And that pigment. Ooh, that is so pigmented. I cannot put that on my face like that. Let's try it here. It's so pigmented. Wow, okay, definitely gonna take up as much as I can from my brush, and then I'm gonna... Wow, it's pretty, but it's really, really bright. See, I took most of it from my brush. Actually, I buffed it really well on my arm, and then it looks really bright. It definitely looks brighter in person than on camera. Wow, that's so bright. It's really pretty though, but it's so bright. Wow. I keep applying because I'm trying to blend, but I'm gonna go in with my bronzer brush and trying to make it less bright because that's bright. Whew, that's such a pretty color, but it's extremely pigmented. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It does have a lot of fallout, as you can see. Well, I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of fallout on my pan. I'm definitely gonna have to clean that up later. But now I'm gonna move on with highlighter. Now the highlighters are interesting because they come with a very bright pink. This one looks so pretty. I think this one is my favorite. Whew. That almost feels like a cream. Yeah, that's definitely a cream. Wow, okay. That's a cream, okay. Oh, I think the top one is a cream as well. I think the top ones are creams, and then the, whoa, that's so creamy. Are they all creamy? Are they all creams? Let's see, what does it say here? It just says Murumuru Butter Highlighter. It doesn't say they're creams. They all feel extremely creamy. Look at that. Wow. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna use an angled brush, and I think I used this one before. I really need to wash my brushes, but I'm gonna go in with the bottom highlighter, and this is the biggest one. It's called Champagne. It must be everyone's favorite because they put the biggest portion of it. Tap, 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 tap lightly. Okay, whoa, okay, yeah. Apply a little bit on my nose. Okay, I want to apply this brightest color. So I'm going to take my brush and just whoop, 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 just on top of the gold. I'm going to bring it all the way up here. It looks really glowy, intense highlighter. Ooh, I really like that. It almost looks wet. I am gonna move on to lips, and I hope my camera doesn't die because it's flashing red. They all come in the little pots here. I've already tried these three. They all seem very, very sheer. I have some lip balm from earlier. I'm just gonna kiss my hand until it comes off. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a little brush and I'm gonna go in with this shade, which I don't know what color it is, but I'm gonna put the names on the screen anyway, so it looks very pigmented. See how it applies. Definitely not my favorite formula of lipstick. I mean, it's a good sheen, but it's definitely not gonna last all night. And you can't really take this with you to touch up, so this is more like a lip balm, maybe to prepare your lips for the actual lipstick that you're going to be using, or just as a really light shade, but it's definitely not going to last on you. But it does look very pretty. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and some final thoughts on this Murumuru Butter Collection. I really like it. I think I'm gonna keep it on my vanity and play with it a lot and very, very often. Some of the products I'm gonna use a lot more than others. They are very, very pigmented, especially the matte shadows. They're very, very creamy. The shimmers, I liked the lighter shades a little bit more than the deeper shades, although the green looks very pigmented because I applied that green liner underneath. So if you want to have more intensity and more payoff of the colors, then just apply a colored base or a darker base so it can just pop a little bit more. Other than that, the matte colors are so creamy, so pigmented, and they blend it out really well. I'm really surprised with that. And the shimmers, the light shimmers, look really, really cute as an inner corner highlight or just as an all over the lid color. They would look very, very cute. The bronzers, I really, really like them. I only used this one on my face. It's a little bit lighter than Hoola, which is what I normally use, but I applied the cream contour underneath, so I don't think it was that much of an issue. It blended out really, really nice. The thing is that the rest of the bronzers, they all have shimmer. I don't know how good they're gonna be for like a contour. I think they're more of like a glowy bronzer. Look at that. That is so pigmented, but it's so shimmery. So I think I'm gonna use those more like eyeshadows, I would say, or like very, very lightly on top of my bronzer, like a bronzer topper, almost like a highlighter thing. The highlighters don't feel like powder. They feel like full-on cream, and they apply, like, they give a wet look on the face. Do you see? It looks so good. I really, really like it. I think these are my favorite out of everything else from the palette. But you also have to be really, really careful. I already dented it here and here with my nails, so just keep that in mind. They're extremely pigmented, extremely creamy, and so pretty. The blushes are also really pretty, extremely pigmented. Again, everything is really, really pigmented. This applied beautifully. It's such a pretty color, but it was extremely pigmented. As you could see, I just tapped my brush in the product and a lot of fallout came out. I had to take most of the product on the back of my arm, and then it still applied really, really pigmented, so just be careful with that. Next time I use this, I'm gonna use the lighter colors to see if they're a little bit better on my skin, because this one was really pigmented. On a darker skin tone, this would look so pretty. All the colors look really pretty. The only one I was a little bit confused about was this one in the corner, because it just looks a little bit too mauvey for me. But it swatches really pretty, almost like a lilac, so I'm gonna use it next time. I'm just gonna keep playing with it. So the lipsticks are the thing that I'm the least impressed about, just because it's pretty much just a lip balm with some color. It's not gonna last through the night. It's not gonna last more than a couple hours, actually. I already drank some water and I left most of the lip color in my straw. So yeah, I'm just gonna use them like as a lip balm while I do my whole face, and then at the end I'm gonna wipe them off and just apply a longer lasting lip color. Just something that I can take with me in my bag and touch up during the day. But yeah, I mean, they're so cute. They're very creamy. They smell good. They taste all right. It's just, yeah, it's just like the least exciting part about this palette. I'm still gonna play with it. So the palette has a lot of fallout. Everything has a lot of fallout, so I'm a little bit worried of closing it without any protection. It did come with some little plastic things, one covering the eyeshadows and one covering the bronzers. So I'm going to keep these and I'm going to retape them just on the top so I can keep them protected at all times. And I think that is it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can give it a thumbs down as well. But leave me a comment saying what you would like to see in future videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on my social media to keep up with what I'm doing in my life, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!